If you live in the cold climate or you're switching seasons, some people opt to change winter tires or from winter tires swap back to the all seasons. And we have tire pressure monitoring systems in our vehicles, right? And there are times where some people opt to get TPMS for their second tires, or they actually just leave it as is and don't have any tire pressure monitoring systems, and that is actually fine as well. But without like a spare tire or anything, I would recommend having a tire pressure monitoring system even on your second set. So at least you know that your tires are leaking and you can actually pump more air, get to the tire shop and get them repaired. So in this video, I'm going to talk a little bit about when you swap your tires. Do you pay the dealership money to actually get them, like your tire pressure monitoring system changed? Hey, it's LSFD here today, and today we're here to look at TPMS. And do you really need your dealership to program your TPMS when you swap your tires for season changes, or when you get a new set of tires with TPMS? Do you really need them to do the TPMS programming for your vehicle? Back in the days, in the first generation NX, because in the interface, it doesn't let you actually go and swap between one set and second set, and you actually had to go to the OBD port and plug in a piece of hardware and then use their laptop or a phone to go and update the TPMS codes in the car. And that was not convenient, and you're forced to pay it every single seasonal swap, and that actually makes things cost a lot. So now with the second generation NX, and there are different Lexus vehicles that already give you two sets of TPMS settings. So then all you need to do is swap them and you're good to go. So I was actually at the dealership getting my service done, and I'll talk a little bit more about the service in a separate video. And then this time, this one is really just talking about a tire swap. So swapping to winter tires. At that point, when you look at it, they actually told me, oh, do you want to pay the $60 Canadian to actually go and get the TPMS programmed? And I definitely know what I'm talking about, so I opted out not to do it. And again, the service advisor was friendly and actually knew that, yeah, you really don't need to do it. And they don't understand why they're actually charging for it. But again, any labor that a technician has to go and spend time to do something, they'll charge you for it. So when you look at $60, we're really talking about probably 15 minutes of work. So what they'll do is they go to the Lexus Interface, change the tires from set 1 to set 2 or vice versa. And then what they'll do is also drive your vehicle for some time of period, hopefully to see if there's any issues with the tire pressure monitoring, that it will work or not. But reality is, what I've seen many times is, even though they went and changed the set 1 to set 2, they don't really drive. Like, they would not drive your car for like 30 to 40 kilometers so that they will actually see the TPMS show up. At the end, when you drive home, you probably would see that the tire pressure monitoring system numbers show up and you're good to go. So you're really just paying $60 for them to just go to the Lexus Interface and change from set 1 to set 2, and that's it. Alright, so I just changed my winter tires, and you can see that my tire pressure is not set yet. So what you need to do is really, first thing is change it to set 2. So if you go to the gear and you go to vehicle customize, and then you would see tire pressure. In here, there's a second set, so make sure you're on the second set. So the dealership will actually charge you to change it to set 2 and then drive it around so that it will set it up. And it's not worth paying that money, so you have to go and do it yourself. So make sure when you have your tires set, change it to set 2 and then let it drive. So you drive about 30 kilometers roughly, and that's when you will start seeing this coming back. All right, so let me drive and let's see if that happens. All right, so I've now arrived back home, and you can see that I've driven 16.7 kilometers, but the day before I've already driven like 20 kilometers already. So totally probably about 36 kilometers, but again, it's based on condition. It could actually be more or less. But definitely you can see now I have my readings, which means that you really don't need to pay the 60 Canadian dollars to the dealership to get it switched. Just make sure when you got your tires swapped, change it to set 2. And if you've never set it up, you can actually go and say set new tires. So when you go into the gear and you go into the vehicle customize, and then you go into the tire pressure, you see there's a new tire registration. When you press on that, when you have new tire pressure sensors, all you need to press is press that and then drive it for 30 to 40 kilometers, whatever that is in miles, and then that will actually work. Just make sure you have it on set 2 and not set 1, because set 1 is your summer tires or your all seasons, your run flats if you're still having run flats. So make sure it's set 2 before you press new tire registration. All right, so with that done and then driving it, then you would actually have the tire pressure sensors set up properly, and then with that you will see 30 like whatever psi's on your tires. Follow me on Instagram at LSFT videos. You can see updates on my experience with the NX450H Plus, which may not be shown on any future videos. You can reach out to me via direct messaging if you have any questions on your Lexus. If you like this video, you can provide me feedback in the comments below, like this video, share it with your friends. This definitely will help with the YouTube algorithms. Press the subscribe button and bell icon and get notified when new videos show up. And lastly, if you want to support me further, you can provide me a super thanks, or visit my Amazon storefront before you purchase anything from Amazon, or you can purchase products from the list on the items that I've been using with my vehicle or at home at no extra cost to you. And now let's continue with the video. All right, so definitely I would want to go back to the owner's manual just to ensure that I do not communicate anything incorrectly to you. So you can see here it says registering ID codes. The tire pressure warning valve and transmission is equipped with unique ID codes. When new tire pressure warning valves and transmission are installed, new IDs must be registered in the tire pressure warning computer. Okay, so when you look at here, it says before performing ID code registration, make sure that no wheels with tire pressure valves are installed near the vehicle. Okay, so then it says park the vehicle in a safe place, turn the power switch off, wait 15 minutes or more. After that, you will start the hybrid system. The ID code registration cannot be performed while the vehicle is moving. So then it says go to the gear, go to the vehicle customize, go to tire pressure, and you can see it says check if desired wheel set 1 or 2 is displayed. Okay, the IDs will be registered to display the vehicle's wheel set. To change the wheel set, you would change the wheel set. And then after that, if the ID codes are already registered with the wheel set, the tire pressure warning will blink 3 times and a message indicating that the changes occurred and will display on the multi-information display. Okay, so if nothing is registered, then you have to press new tire registration, press continue. Then it says the tire pressure warning system will slowly blink 3 times and a message will indicate that the ID code registration is being performed. And it will display on the multi-information display. The wheel set changing will be cancelled and registration will begin. So when the registration is performed, the tire pressure warning will blink continuous for approximately 1 minute. And then you'll see this blank, blank, blank will display an inflation pressure for each tire on the multi-information display. So then if the tire pressure warning does not blink 3 times when starting ID code registration, the procedure may not have started. Perform the procedure again in the beginning. Okay. Then it says drive straight with occasional left and right turns for approximately 25 miles per hour, 40 kilometers per hour, for approximately 10 to 30 minutes. So it's not really distance, it's really time. So 10 to 30 minutes, about 40 kilometers or 25 miles per hour. And when the registration is complete, the tire pressure warning will turn off and the message indicating that the registration has complete and will display on the multi-information display. So registration may take longer than normal to complete if vehicle speed cannot maintain 25 miles per hour, 40 kilometers per hour, or more. If registration cannot complete after 1 hour or more, perform the registration procedure again from the beginning. So it is a little bit annoying, but then it's $60, right? And when you look at it, you can do this all yourself. There's really no problem. And really, when you go to the dealership, that's what they're following as well. They probably don't need the manual to read it, like what you need to do. But once it's set up, it's really easy changing from set 1 to set 2, and everything will be working as normal. So if you're concerned about setting this up the first time, you can pay them to get it like set up first time, and then after that, you just need to change from set 1 to set 2 when you do your winter swaps. Critical to really not waste the money because you can just easily change that and then just drive it for for that 10 to 30 minutes and get it registered. Reality is, if it doesn't work, then that's when you probably have to go to dealership and get it looked at. But I think it's not rocket science to get that working. I hope that you found that this video was informative, and until next video, drive safely. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please comment, like, share this video, and if you want to see more videos like this, you can subscribe to my channel and press that bell icon to get notified when new videos are posted. And if you'd like to support this channel, you can provide me a super thanks. And until next time, cheers.